Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping on my space today. If this is your first time of coming across my channel, it's centered around sewing. I share sewing tutorial videos and pattern drafting right here on my channel. So if this sounds like something you're interested in learning how to do and always get updates on, continue watching and please subscribe to my channel. So in today's tutorial, I'll be quickly sharing with you guys how to sew this deep v-neck crop top with an elastic waist. So in the making of this top, I used 1 yard of this crepe fabric you see right here that has a black background and white patches. So without much ado, I'll just go ahead and show you all how I achieved this beautiful top you see right here. So as earlier stated, this is 1 yard of fabric that I'm working with. Is a bit stretchy, and here is my elastic also that I'll be fixing to the waist. So I went ahead to measure this elastic out, and this elastic is 1/2 inch, so you can use 1 inch or 3/4, whichever size of elastic you want to use. So I'm gonna have to spread out my fabric because I've folded it, of course, and the part that is stretchy is definitely going to be on a fold. Okay, so do ensure that the stretchy part is on fold. Okay, so I'm going to start now by marking a line across at the top of my fabric, and that is going to automatically be my shoulder line, and all my measurements are going to be starting from that point. So I tried as much as possible to make this visible. That was why I used the blue chalk, and I hope that this is clear enough to you. Okay, so after that, now I'm going ahead now to divide my shoulder of 14 inches into 2, which is 7 inches. I went ahead to add extra 1/2 inch, which will serve as my joining allowance to my sleeve. So for my neck width, I marked the neck width of 3 inches, and for my neck depth, I marked the neck depth of 2 inches. So this part I'm drafting now is for the back part of this my dress. That's the back bodice. After the back bodice, I'll go ahead to draft that for the front. Then from down my shoulder, I came down by 8 inches, which is my armhole length, which is a standard measurement for an adult. If you're on a bigger bust size, you can increase your armhole by extra 1 inch. I went ahead to divide this my armhole into 2 equal halves. I got the midpoint, and from that middle of 4 inches, I came in by 1/2 of an inch. So the next, I'll move to my chest line, which is that line I pointed right there. I divided my bust circumference into 4, and I went ahead to mark 9.5 inches. So I'm going to add like extra 1 inch, which is going to serve as ease, okay, and not stitching or sewing allowance. So now from my shoulder, I'm going to connect all the way up to down my chest line. So the next mark I will make right here will be for my half length. So the half length I'm working with right here is 17 inches. Normally my half length is 16 inches, but due to the fact that I'll be adding an elastic to this, and you know the moment I add an elastic to this dress is definitely going to be coming up, so I added extra 1 inch to my half length, which is 17 inches, and also added extra 1.5 inches, which is going to serve as my hemming allowance. So the next thing I went ahead to do is to divide my bust circumference. What I had on my bust circumference, 9.5, I went ahead to mark it on my waistline. So I am not going to add ease to this because my bust is obviously bigger than my waist. So that was what I marked on my waistline, and I'll go ahead and add 1 inch, which is going to serve as my stitching or my sewing allowance all the way to the base of this my dress. And I'll go ahead now to cut this out. So on the shoulder, I almost skipped my shoulder slope. I went up by 1/2 of an inch and connected it to the other side of my shoulder. So that was just it for this top. So I went ahead to cut all of this out, and you can see what I have right here. So I'm going to get my fabric and also fold this into 2 again. I'm going to get my already drafted back bodice, and I'm going to place it exactly on this fabric. Everything is going to align, both the sides, the top, and everywhere is going to align. Okay, so I'll arrange this properly before placing it very well. So on that shoulder line, I'm going to extend it to the other folded fabric, which I'm yet to cut out on, and I'll just take note of that. And from that shoulder, or from that line, sorry, I went ahead to mark 8.5 inches. So in this case, you can actually decide to go deeper than this neckline. If you watch from the thumbnail, the neckline is deeper than mine. So but I don't want to show too much of cleavage or anything, so that was why I marked 8.5. But the more inches you add, the more cleavage or revealing is going to be. So I went ahead to also take note of my neck width, which I made a point right there. You can see at that point right there. So I'm going to connect this now to this 8.5 inches I marked as my neck depth, just like this with my ruler. So having connected this, I'll use my scissors to cut this out, and I'm going to spread this open so you can see what I have right here. So you see what I have right here is already looking nice. So the next I'm going to do is to cut out a facing for this. So this for my back part as well. So I'll cut out a facing for these two neckline, for the front and the back neckline. So before I do that, I'll first of all go ahead now to cut out my facing for the front first before the back. So I'll get the remnant of my fabric, and I'm going to fold this into two, and I'm going to get my front dress, and I'm going to place it on this my folded fabric, just this way. So I'll arrange this properly, and once I'm done arranging and I have what I wanted in place, I'll just go on ahead now to cut this out this way, and I'll remove this my front dress, and from that part where I cut out from, I'm going to mark like 2 inches. So for the sides I measured about 1 inch. Okay, so it's going to align, there's nothing to be worried about. So for the shoulder area, I'm going to make sure that I cut off any excesses and make sure that the V part aligns with that of the facing and the actual fabric, and I'm going to stitch all around just like this. So for the back dress, I'm also going to cut out a facing for this. I'm going to fold my fabric into two, and I'm going to place my already drafted back bodies on it this way on the neckline area, and I'll go ahead and cut out as well. So after this, I'm going to measure about 3 inches, or you can measure about 2 inches all around and cut out. So I'm going to be stitching all of this right sides facing each other, and I've gone ahead to do that, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what I have right here, and please, while stitching this v-neck part, be very careful. So I'll notch that part, that pointy part, a bit slightly, okay, and also notch all the sides. So the next thing, I'm going to turn this to the wrong side of this my fabric. Please, while working with this v-neck line, whenever you're cutting or using any v-neck line for any of your dress, do ensure you have your iron beside you, because v-neck line is all about ironing. Without ironing, it's never going to come out nice, flat and beautiful. So I will go ahead now to turn this to the wrong side of my fabric, because I'm going to start by ironing this first. So I'll arrange this properly because I didn't top stitch on my facing actually. Okay, so I'm going to iron this very well for it to be flat first of all. So after ironing this and it is going to be flat, I'm going to turn this to the right side for you all to see what it looks like. So right here now, at this point, these rough edges, you can decide to weave it and use your hemming gum to iron it flat. But due to I don't have a weaving machine and I didn't want to go out there going to weave, I decided to fold in the rough edges. You can see what I'm doing right here. I decided to fold it in, and by the time I fold this in, I'm going to iron this on my hemming gum, and I'll end up achieving a very flat and neat finishing. So here is for the back. I've also repeated the same thing for the back, and I'm done ironing for the front, and you can see what I have. This is looking so beautiful and neat. So I'm going to place this to make sure every part aligns, and I'm going to stitch the two shoulders by 1/2 inch, and the two sides I'm going to stitch by 1 inch, because that was the stitching allowance I gave to this dress. So guys, I've gone ahead to do this now. You can see this is coming out very beautiful and very nice. So please do take your time to do whatever it is you are doing on a dress to achieve a neat finishing and a perfect work. So this is what I have, and the next thing I'm going to do now is to fix or attach my elastic to my dress. So you all remember very well that I added 1 inch hemming allowance to this my dress. So I'm going to open up my seam this way, and I'm going to fold in about 1 inch. So I'm going to measure this out for you to see that it's actually 1 inch that I folded in. So here you can see I have 1 inch. I've measured it out, and from this 1 inch again, I'm going to fold in about 3/4 of an inch. Sorry, 1/4 of an inch, not 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to fold in about 1/4 of an inch, just this way, and I'm going to stitch just at the tip of that my folded fabric. Okay, so I'm going to fold like this, and I'm going to stitch this all around, leaving about 1 inch space, which is going to serve as where I'll be passing my elastic. So I've gone ahead to do this, and I've come back to show you what I achieved at the end of the day. And at that point, you can see I left about 1 inch where my elastic will be passing through. So I went ahead to measure out what I had on my waist, and there I have about 19 inches. So this 19 inches, I subtracted 5 inches from it, and I am left with 30, I think that was 32 inches or thereabouts. But after cutting this, I realized that this elastic wasn't so tight, so I'd advise you subtract about 8 inches from yours. Okay, subtract about 8 inches, so it's not like it's going to be tight, but to be fitted on your waist and not like big. Okay, so from that point, now I went ahead to pass my elastic through all the way to the other side of my dress. Okay, so I went ahead to do this carefully, and I brought it out from the other side. So you can see that right here I'm stretching this because I noticed that this was loosed. I had to subtract extra 3 inches later on. That's why I advise to subtract about 8 inches. Okay, if your elastic is very stretchy, because these days in the market we don't have elastics that are really stretchy as it used to be, but this one I was lucky enough to get an elastic that was very stretchy. So if yours is not too stretchy, you can just subtract 5 inches. So I'll go ahead and stitch my elastic and also stitch up that opening right there. So for my sleeve, guys, I'm not going to lie to you all, my fabric wasn't enough because I made use of 1 yard of fabric, and although that the sleeve that was attached to this dress was a flutter sleeve, but mine wasn't enough, so I had to improvise by fixing a normal shirt sleeve to this my dress. I think I'll be dropping a tutorial on how to draft a flutter sleeve. Okay, so this was me when I was done fixing the normal shirt sleeve, which I already have the tutorial on the channel, because firstly I went to fix elastic to the sleeve but it didn't come out well, so I had a change of mind. Okay, I loosed it and later on fixed a normal basic sleeve to this, but I'll make a different tutorial on how to draft a flutter sleeve, because with the sleeve you see on the thumbnail, that is what it is called. So I did all of that, and I got my end result, which is this dress you see right here. So thank you all so much for watching. I believe that if you try this out, you will definitely love this. So I have in mind to actually get another fabric to make a pant so I can be wearing with this beautiful top you see right here. So thank you a whole lot for coming this far to watch this video. I really do appreciate. And if you're yet to subscribe, honestly I'm wondering what you're waiting for, so please do hit on that subscribe button and like my video and share, and I promise to be updating you guys on beautiful styles of dress or clothes. So thank you so much. I love you guys a whole lot, and next time see you on the same channel. Do have a wonderful, prosperous day, weekend, anytime you're seeing this video ahead of you. Bye.